Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We are going to do a quick tutorial, as quick as can be, of how to make your own peach brandy. Well, it's called peach brandy. I'm gonna call it peach brandy because that's what my grandma always called it. But it has a very, very simple, easy, fast recipe, but it takes about a month or longer for it to actually be done. But putting it together is really quick and simple. First of all, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And you are not going to be disappointed. I have a million things I'm ready to share with everybody, and I'll just do that one video at a time. But you won't know unless you subscribe and get a little notification that I have a new video out. So please like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Pop-ups wherever they are, whatever your platform is that you're watching this from, what phone, computer, TV, and thank you for being here. Anyway, we're gonna do this peach brandy, and really it's vodka and peaches and sugar and water, and that is it. So I was gifted these beautiful peaches from my friend Jenny, and I still have a few more bags to get through. The rest will become probably just sliced up after I cook them and slice them up and freeze them and all that stuff, because we go through peaches like crazy in this house. But I've got about 6 pounds of peaches here, and I am just going to cut off any kind of icky spots and cut them up. But let's go through ingredients first. Peaches, sugar. You can use, I use just regular, the organic granulated sugar. Vodka, we bought vodka for our trip, and my sisters and I trip, and it was up to here, and so I have two of these already, and so you can see where the frozen line is, so it's going to be used for more of this brandy. So vodka, and then distilled water or any kind of purified water. I always grab my water from the fridge, and then I also like to just boil it in my little cow hair. And that is it. So I'm going to get to work on cutting up these peaches. Really quick. So as you can see, I'm cutting them in halves, but you can cut them in quarters if you want to. But these are they're small. They're super cute little tiny peaches. So halves are perfectly fine. And I also want to tell you, I've got a quart jar here, and then an old spaghetti sauce jar here, and this is what I'm going to be using today. Okay, all right, I'm going to keep on cutting. Okay, so I feel like I have enough peaches here. I've cut up, I don't even know how many this is, a lot, and I put the pits in here. I'm not going to save them, but I do have some pits drying out in the back so that we can crack them open and make a seed. And Josh doesn't know this yet, but I think we're going to try to plant a couple, make some peach trees and plant two peach trees in the yard. He doesn't know about that yet. Obviously, he's going to find out soon. And I do want to apologize for the craziness behind me, but I have, like, in true Nicole fashion, 5 million things going on at once. I am still recovering. I had a surgery about a week and a half ago, but that doesn't usually typically slow me down much. But I've got zucchini that we're making bread with, and because I can't lift more than 10 pounds, I just did leaving my canning pot behind me, and so I don't have to keep moving it around and lifting it up and doing stuff, or having the kids help me out. Anyway, so we're gonna stuff these with some peaches, and then we'll go from there. Okay. I'm done filling these up, and I have some leftover peaches, and I think the kids can eat them, or we're gonna have a little bit of I love you, Ethan. We're gonna have a little bit of maybe a cobbler, I don't know, but I'm done with these for now. Well, for now. But I have these pretty much filled up, and we are going to add half a cup of sugar to each of these. I know that seems like a lot. Oh my gosh. I know it seems like a lot, but it's really necessary. So my grandma used to keep this in a gallon jar, and she would make it keep it on top of her fridge. But I also remember her putting it in those Kirkland, the plastic things like what you get the chocolate covered raisins in, or things like that. I remember her keeping it in that too, and I do remember that. I'm making her like this. Whatever. I just need the sugar to go down so I can add the water. So no matter what size of a jar you have, I wouldn't do, this is a quart, and this is a little bit less, probably like 24 ounces maybe. I wouldn't do any less than that for the sugar, just because you want it to be sweet in the long run. You don't want like nasty, sour tasting grody. Anyway, sugar. And you want to do equal parts sugar and water. So I did a half a cup of sugar, so I'm going to do a half a cup of water. Let's see how talented I am with my left hand here. Perfectamundo. And another half a cup of water. So equal parts sugar and water. And the rest is up to you. So we are just going to pour the vodka all the way up to the top. And I don't know about you guys. I'm going to wash my hands really quick. But did you guys ever make a yucca drink? The yucca drink that you would have. We did this quite a bit in my 20s and even into my 30s. And I think even after that, we've done it a few times. But that is a dangerous beverage. But the yucca does the lemons and the limes, and then the sugar, and then like a whole thing of vodka in a sun tea jar, and we would wrap it up in a towel, and we would just shake it up, and we would pass it around, and we'd shake it like this, and we'd call it shaking the baby, and we'd just shake it around until the sugar gets dissolved, and then you drink it, and you have to go like this and lean back, and you drink it. And let me tell you, it is definitely a drink that you will never forget, or possibly will forget, because that stuff is strong. Anyways, we're gonna do similar here. I'm just gonna pour this, and a lot of the recipes will tell you to use bottom shelf vodka. I'm just not about that. We don't really drink a whole lot of hard alcohol anymore, but just because hangovers suck after 45. But I still choose I'm going to do something that's still not a hangover medicine. Plus, this is what I had left over from my trip. So we're just going to fill it up all the way to the top. And so when I made the other two, I actually thought about just making a simple syrup instead of waiting for the sugar to dissolve, because you do have to shake it up a little bit for the first day. But I didn't want to go through that step. I mean, I'm here, so I can just shake it up. Okay, and that is it. This is all it is. That's all you have to do. So we're going to put this lid on, and you can see there's that sugar in the bottom, but you just want to shake it up, 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 and it'll start to get down in there and dissolve. I'm going to put these two in a cool dark place Like I said, my grandma used to keep hers on top of the refrigerator, but there's a lot of light in the back of the house. So I'm probably going to put it in the garage somewhere, maybe even in the fridge in the garage, or in the pantry in the garage. It doesn't need to be, because of the alcohol content and the sugar, it doesn't have to be in the refrigerator. So I've got that one mixed up, and this one is getting mixed up, and that's it. That's it. You guys don't need to sit and watch me mix it up. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. I hope it seems quick. And yeah. Then leave it in. So you want to do this, shake it up, and then you can get back to it. Some recipes say 3 weeks. Some say 3 months. I'm going to probably do about a month for these. And then you just strain it and add it to whatever. It just becomes a really delicious liqueur. And I'm sure that the peaches will be pretty delicious as well, potent. You probably get a good buzz off of one flipping peach in the end here, but we'll find out. Maybe I'll do, in fact, I will do a little thing after in a couple of weeks, and just to show you how, see what concoction I come up with. Okay, all right. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.